Liverpool versus everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever it is, wherever, or whatever it is, wherever you are. Sorry. So yeah, just wanted to come quickly and just it's the beginning of the week. Obviously, we have the final Super Cup against Chelsea Wednesday, and it looks like I'm still seeing different things, but it looks like Becker's going to at least be out for a month. Let's say that's the least it'll be. It's going to at least be a month. Um, could possibly be 2 months, 6 to 8 weeks. Um, so as confident as one can be in Adrian, and I personally feel a bit more comfortable with him than I would Mignolet. Although I think Mignolet has been a decent servant at Liverpool, but we got to just be real and put the niceties away and how nice he was to instead of making a fuss, which he really couldn't. Becker is just on a different level, a different class from him. He knows that. He knew he wasn't going to play much. Glad he got his move, but I feel more confident with Adrian. And apparently Adrian wasn't so great at the end of West Ham. I think maybe he was looking to get out of West Ham anyway. Maybe he was a little bit unsettled because of that and not really knowing what his future was going to be. I'm not sure, but I'm confident in Adrian. But at the end of the day, I got to be honest. I'm a little concerned, and I say that only because he's literally just come to Liverpool. He probably hasn't even had many training sessions. Before that, coming in the game Friday, but now I'm surely. I mean, it's Monday now, so they have to slightly speed that up. And the thing about our defense is, there's two really. I hate to say there's two key players or key points are important because they're all just as important as the next. But obviously Van Dijk is very key to what we do, and then the keeper. So not having him could be a little bit of an issue. I don't think it will be, but again, having being in sync with Allison and the back four, now he has to kind of develop that chemistry with them in a very short period of time. So, being as though he's a keeper, I think for the most part, obviously saving reactions, he has that natural ability within himself, and he's good at doing that. But just as far as how we play, how the defense plays, what Allison is asked to do, can he replicate that to a degree? He's not going to be exactly as good as Allison. I don't believe that, but I think he'll do a good enough job in the period that we have him. So, it's going to be exciting to see. I think there's no need for anybody to really be getting or losing faith or optimism in the team and what we can do. It is a long season. It's another season where we're going to have to be pretty much perfect, assuming that City are close to perfect. So, I'm confident in Adrian. I think he'll do really well. And you got to believe in the training they'll be getting him up to speed of just everything that they look to get out of him during this time. Also, I think even a bigger concern might be just the backup to Adrian now. Apparently, they're looking to get some guy. I forget his name, Longen, something like that. I believe he might have been on the tour with them, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it makes me wonder, is there no academy player that they can bring up or whatever the case may be. So, again, that's unfortunate in it. And as I always say, it does seem like we are quite unlucky a lot of times with these kind of injuries and things like this. I mean, that's the last person that I would have assumed that would have gotten injured. And I made a video speaking about Adrian when we got him and if we think he's, the ideal backup. And I'm pretty sure I said in that video, knock on wood, but the chances of our keeper getting hurt are very slim to none. And here we are with the hurt keeper. So, just the rest of the guys have to just, hold their weight. And our defense is good enough to where I feel they can make Adrian feel comfortable, and vice versa. Again, it's a guy who's, although he may not be familiar with how we do things, he's familiar with the Premier League. He's a good keeper, safe pair of hands. I definitely don't go into it with any trepidation. There's a few people talking about how he didn't look so well against West Ham. I thought he was fine. You can't really expect, in a moment like that, you can't really expect anything more than what he did. I think the goal that we conceded, he didn't know much about, and I think that's mainly the back line who weren't really doing well defensively in that situation than it was the keeper. So I thought his presence was really good. I think he made a save or two. There was one that was a little closer than I thought. When I looked at the game back, that just kind of skied over the top crossbar. So, but yeah, that's kind of the update on Allison, and hopefully there's not much more than that, especially this early in the season. It really is unfortunate to lose any player, let alone our goalkeeper, in the first game. But again, there's some things you just can't account for. That's not something you saw coming. I don't think it was anything that he had maybe gotten while he was on international duty and maybe aggravated. It just seemed like a really freak situation. Trying to clear a ball, pulled something, had to limp off, I think. So, but yeah, just wanted to come and speak about that. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section. Are you worried about Becker being off for that period of time? Do you think there's some truth to it now being a struggle for us now to keep pace with City? I don't think it's a struggle to keep pace with, or it will be a struggle to keep pace with City. As I said, I think our defense and team is good enough to where we can rally around Adrian, and I think Trent's come out and had some things to say. Virgil van Dijk, the confidence they have in Adrian. So they're seeing something in training, off the pitch, whatever. Apparently he's supposed to be a really, really good guy off the pitch. And that should rub off. He's a veteran. He's been around for a while. So, again, I don't really see any major problems. Yes, we want to have Allison in there, but the fact that we don't and we have Adrian, who's a really good keeper, should be something that gives us enough confidence going into the game. And again, I think the other probably good thing is that we're playing a team who, I guess there's a good and bad part to this. Playing a team who just got destroyed by another top 4, top 6 rival. With the inexperienced manager, and right now with having a backup keeper, it probably isn't the worst thing to go up against a team that looks to be struggling. Again, it's one game, because it's Liverpool. I'm sure they'll play better than they did against United. I still can't see a situation where they're able to get the better of us. But it is 90 minutes. You never know what can happen. But I think that helps, but so it's twofold. It's they're kind of a wounded animal right now, and it just seems like really a rebuilding year for Chelsea for me. I think that's really what needs to be expected. I think if their fan base are putting too many expectations on where they can finish this year simply because they're Chelsea, I think they have to have a look at themselves because based on the evidence of that match. I don't know, and I always say it. It's one game, but there needs to be some sort of bounce back. And unfortunately for them, I don't think the bounce back will be Wednesday. Maybe in the league that following Saturday or Sunday, whatever it is that they play. But I don't see them getting any type of good feeling off of that performance at United. So. Yeah, just really excited about it. I think for us, we just really got to stay focused, and that's why it's a team. That's why it's a team. A guy goes down, next guy has to step up, and all got to be that extra more accountable for each other and for themselves on the pitch. So look forward to seeing a good performance Wednesday. If anything is breaking, any other news that comes up that I feel the need to or want to speak about, I'll be back for it. But yeah, for now, it's just that. Alisson Becker out. Looks like it's 6 to 8 weeks. I think he'll at least do a month, as I said. Hopefully not much more than that. But either way, you trust in Adrian. Slightly concerned, but not to the point where I feel like we should throw the towel in or, I'm worried about us not picking up points in any competition that we're in. So I think Alisson's will go to, I want to say at least the start of the group stage, if I'm not mistaken. So he'll miss a significant. It feels significant because it's the early part of the season, and you don't want any kind of derailments like this early to anybody, let alone the keeper and how important he obviously is to this team, to the improvement of this team and to the defense of this side. So again, very, very much so optimistic. Very much so. Still looking forward to this game. Looking forward to the season. There's nothing about this situation that has me down at all. That's the honest truth. You know what I mean? As much as I obviously myself and I'm sure everyone else would rather have Allison in there, this is what we got. This is what we got. So can't be any excuses. We got to just keep fighting. Work towards looking a bit better than we did. I mean, each game we should be seeing some improvements, right? It's the beginning of the season. Not everyone's fit. Um, these guys don't get much of a break at all. Football players. I mean, it's just when you really look at the grand scheme, they really get very, very little to any break. So, um, that being said, I think we're not unique in that way. Every team is going through that. Every team has had players that played in international competitions and are coming back with knocks or picked up a knock in training or picked up a knock in the first game. These guys are playing a lot of football, so their body can only hold up to so many things. And that could have been the case with Allison. Maybe it's just so much football. He is a keeper, so all due respect to keepers, they're not really, I guess, using as much energy, I don't think, as the other outfield players. So, but it's traveling, it's conditions, it's all types of things. And so when you're constantly at work, constantly playing, there are chances that you can pick up injuries. So enough about that, though. Yeah, again, just to round it off, let me know what you guys think about the situation. If there's much in it that you should be concerned about, or do you feel like, we got a good backup keeper, so we should be fine. But yeah, between now and the game Wednesday, I'm sure I will be back to discuss some things concerning the team. But yeah, enjoy you guys' week until Wednesday. See you then.